Welcome to the Bootstrap Mogul Podcast, where we bring you the grassroots tips, tricks, and stories in everything entrepreneurship, digital marketing, and personal development. I'm your host, Andres Holguin. Well, hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Bootstrap Mogul Podcast, where we turn your entrepreneurial dreams into reality one step at a time. I'm your host, Andres Holguin, and today we're diving into a topic that's really important and essential for your business success: budgeting. Now, before you roll your eyes or start tuning out, let me tell you, this is the secret sauce that can transform your business from surviving to thriving. So stick with me. Now, we're talking about budgeting basics for your business. I know, budgeting might not sound like the most exciting thing in the world, but trust me, it's the backbone of any successful business. Now, whether you're just starting out or looking to scale, understanding and managing your finances is crucial. We're going to break it down into bite-sized pieces so you can easily grasp and implement these strategies in your own business. Now, by the end of this episode, you will have a solid understanding of why budgeting is important, common mistakes to avoid, how to create a budget, and the best tools to help you and how to maintain and review your budget regularly. Sound good? All right, so why is budgeting so important, especially for us online service-based business owners? Well, let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you're running your business without a clear financial plan, and it's like trying to drive cross-country without a map or GPS. You might get there eventually, but you're going to waste a lot of time, energy, and resources along the way. A solid budget helps you plan for the future, manage your cash flow, and make informed decisions. It's not just about tracking expenses, it's about setting goals, allocating resources effectively, and staying prepared for those unexpected bumps in the road. Now, with the budget, you can confidently invest in growth opportunities, navigate slow periods, and ultimately build a sustainable and profitable business. Let me share a little story with you. So when I first started my entrepreneurial journey, I thought I could just wing it. I was passionate, motivated, and ready to take on the world. But pretty soon, I realized that passion alone wasn't going to pay the bills or keep my business afloat. I had no clear picture of where my money was going, and it started to show. I was stressed, overwhelmed, and honestly, a lot scared. Then I decided to get serious about budgeting. I sat down, crunched the numbers, and created a detailed financial plan. It was like a light bulb moment. Suddenly, I had clarity, direction, and most importantly, peace of mind. My business started to grow, my stress levels dropped, and I could focus on what I loved, which was helping people to start and grow their own businesses. So I want to leave you with one of my favorite quotes by Tiffany the Budgetnista Aliche. She says, "The most important aspect of keeping your money is being aware of how much of it you are spending." Now that really resonates with me, and I hope it inspires you too. All right, let's get started and take your business to the next level with some solid budgeting basics. So why does budgeting matter? Well, let's start with a little analogy. Imagine your business is a house. The foundation of that house needs to be strong and sturdy to support everything else. That's exactly what a budget does for your business. It provides a solid financial foundation that holds everything together. Budgeting is crucial because it gives you a clear picture of your financial health. It's like having a roadmap for your money. Without it, you're basically driving blind, hoping you'll end up somewhere good. But with a budget, you know exactly where you're headed and how to get there. Now let's talk about budgeting, how budgeting links to financial stability and business growth. So when you have a budget, you can see where every dollar is coming from and where it's going. This clarity is empowering because it allows you to make strategic decisions that support your business goals. So for example, if you know you have a slow season coming up, a budget helps you to plan ahead. You can set aside funds to cover expenses during those lean months so you're not scrambling when the cash flow slows down. This kind of foresight is what keeps your business stable no matter what comes your way. But it's not just about stability. A budget also fuels growth. And when you have a clear understanding of your finances, you can identify opportunities to invest in your business. Maybe it's upgrading your equipment, hiring a new team member, or investing in marketing. Whatever it is, your budget shows you what's possible and helps you to prioritize those growth opportunities. And here's the cherry on top. A budget helps you make informed business decisions. So when you're running a business, you're faced with decisions every single day. Some big, some small, but all of them impact your bottom line. So having a budget means that you're making these decisions with a full understanding of your financial situation. Let's say you're thinking about launching a new service. With a budget, you can analyze your current financial status and project the costs and potential revenue of this new venture. You can see if it fits with your financial plan or if you need to make adjustments elsewhere to make this happen. This level of insight is invaluable. Without a budget, you're basically guessing, and in business, guessing can lead to costly mistakes. But with a budget, you're making decisions based on real data, which increases your chances of success. So my friends, if you haven't started budgeting yet, now is the time. It's not just about tracking your money, it's about empowering yourself to make smart, strategic decisions that will lead to financial stability and business growth. Trust me, your future self will thank you. All right. Now on to our next segment, which are common budgeting mistakes. We're going to identify some of the biggest pitfalls that can trip you up, discuss the consequences of poor budgeting practices, and I will share a few, examples to bring it all home. So let's talk about the common mistakes. Trust me, I've seen it all and I've made plenty of these myself back in the day. The first big mistake is not having a budget at all. It sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many business owners just wing it. They think they can keep track of everything in their head or rely on their bank balance to tell them if they're doing okay. This is a recipe for disaster. The second mistake is overestimating your income and underestimating your expenses. It's easy to be optimistic and think that clients will pay on time or that those big projects will come through, but it's safer to be conservative in your projections. Now, on the flip side, expenses often creep up. Little things add up quickly, and before you know it, you are spending way more than you planned. Another common mistake is not tracking expenses closely. You set up a budget, but then you don't follow through by tracking what you actually spend. It's like setting a goal to lose weight, but never stepping on the scale to check your progress. You have to track your spending to see if you're sticking to your budget. Now, what happens if you fall into these traps? The consequences of poor budgeting can be rather severe. When you don't have a budget, you lack control over your finances. This can lead to cash flow problems where you don't have enough money on hand to cover your bills. It's a stressful situation that can force you to make some desperate decisions like taking out high interest loans or cutting corners on quality to save money. Overestimating your income and underestimating your expenses can lead to a false sense of security. You might think you're doing fine financially, but when the bills start piling up, you realize you're in trouble. This can damage your credit, strain relationships with vendors and clients, and even put your business at risk of closing. Not tracking expenses means you're flying blind. You have no idea where your money is going, which makes it impossible to identify areas where you can cut costs or invest more wisely. It also makes it harder to spot potential issues before they become major problems. So now that we've talked about why budgeting is so important and the common mistakes to avoid, it's time to roll up our sleeves and dive into creating a budget for your business. I promise it's not as daunting as it sounds, so let's break it down step by step. First things first, let's talk about assessing your income and revenue streams. This is the foundation of your budget because you need to know how much money is coming in before you can plan where it's going. So first, you want to start by listing all the ways your business makes money. This could be client work, product sales, affiliate marketing, whatever applies to you. And look at your past income to get a sense of what's typical. If your income varies month to month, take an average of the last 6 to 12 months. And again, be realistic and conservative in your estimates. It's better to underestimate your income and be pleasantly surprised that you overestimate than to come up short. Next, we need to track and categorize your expenses. This step is crucial because it helps you to understand where your money is going. So start by listing all your expenses. Break them down into categories like rent, utilities, software subscriptions, marketing and supplies. And don't forget to include smaller expenses like those lattes and lunch meetings because they do add up. One of my favorite tips is to use a budgeting app or spreadsheet to keep track of these expenses. Apps like QuickBooks, FreshBooks, or even a simple Excel spreadsheet can help you to stay organized. The goal here is to capture every single expense so nothing falls through the cracks. Now that you know your income and expenses, it's time to set some financial goals. Think about what you want to achieve in the next month, quarter, and year. Maybe you want to save for a new piece of equipment, hire a new team member, or invest in a marketing campaign. Whatever your goals are, write them down and be specific. Once you have your goals, it's time to allocate funds accordingly. This means deciding how much money you need to set aside each month to reach your goals. So, for example, if you want to save $1,200 for a new laptop by the end of the year, you'll need to set aside $100 each month. This helps you to stay on track and makes your goals feel more achievable. Finally, let's talk about the importance of including a buffer for unexpected expenses. Life happens and things don't always go according to plan. Maybe you have an unexpected repair, a slow month, or an emergency. Having a buffer in your budget can help you handle these surprises without throwing your finances into chaos. I recommend setting aside a small percentage of your income, say 5 to 10% as a buffer. This is your safety net, your financial cushion. It's going to give you peace of mind knowing that you've prepared for the unexpected. So there you have it, a simple step-by-step guide to creating a budget for your business. Start by assessing your income, track and categorize your expenses, set financial goals and allocate funds, and don't forget to include a buffer for those unexpected surprises. Remember, a budget isn't just a plan for your money. It's a tool to help you achieve your business dreams. Take it one step at a time, and before you know it, you will have a solid budget that supports your business goals and helps you navigate whatever comes your way. So now that we've laid the groundwork on creating a budget, let's talk about some fantastic tools and resources that can make budgeting a breeze. Trust me, with the right tools, you can take your budgeting game to a whole new level. All right, so let's dive in. Budgeting can seem like that daunting task, but with the right tools, it becomes a lot easier. So I'm going to introduce you to a few of my favorite tools that can help you manage your finances like a pro. We'll cover both free and paid options, so there's something for everyone. First up, let's talk about some amazing free tools. These are perfect if you're just starting out or if you're on a tight budget. First is Mint. Mint is a fantastic free budgeting app that connects to your bank accounts, credit cards, and bills. It automatically categorizes your expenses, tracks your spending, and even helps you to set up budgets for different categories. It's user-friendly and gives you a great overview of your financial health. And if you prefer something customizable, Google Sheets is a great option. There are plenty of free budgeting templates available online that you can download and modify to fit your needs. It's a bit more hands-on, but it gives you total control over your budgeting process. Now, if you're ready to invest a little in your financial management, there are some fantastic paid tools out there that offer even more features and convenience. So first, QuickBooks. QuickBooks is a powerful tool, especially for business owners. It's more than just a budgeting app. It's a full-fledged accounting software that tracks your income, your expenses, your invoices, and even payroll. It's an investment, but it can save you a lot of time and effort, especially as your business grows. Now, if you're a freelancer or service-based business owner, FreshBooks might be perfect for you. It's an accounting software that makes it easy to track your time, manage expenses, send invoices, and even accept payments. It's user-friendly and designed with small business owners in mind. Now, you might be wondering, why use digital tools at all? What's wrong with good old pen and paper? Well, let me tell you, digital tools offer some serious benefits. First, they save time. These tools, they automate many of the tedious aspects of budgeting, like tracking expenses and categorizing transactions. This means you spend less time on the nitty-gritty and more time focusing on growing your business. Second, they provide real-time insights. With digital tools, you can see your financial data updated in real time. This instant access to your financial health helps you to make informed decisions quickly and confidently. Third, they help with accuracy. Manual tracking is prone to errors, but digital tools reduce the risk of mistakes. They sync with your bank accounts and credit cards, ensuring that all your transactions are recorded accurately. Lastly, they offer convenience. Many of these tools are available as mobile apps so you can manage your finances on the go. So whether you're waiting for a meeting or enjoying a coffee break, you can check your budget, track expenses, and make adjustments right from your phone. So my friends, whether you choose a free tool or you invest in a paid option, the key here is to find something that works for you and to stick with it. Budgeting is all about consistency and making it a habit. So with these tools, you'll be well on your way to master your finances and achieving your business goals. Next, let's talk about the next crucial step, which is maintaining and reviewing your budget. This is where the magic happens, my friends, because keeping your budget up to date ensures that you stay on track and make the most of your financial resources. So you've created a budget. Great job. But here's the thing. A budget isn't a set and forget it sort of deal. It's a living, breathing document that needs regular attention. Think of it like a garden, which I've actually recently just taken up gardening and I love it. But you wouldn't just plant seeds and walk away, right? You need to water, weed, and tend to it regularly. Your budget needs that same level of care. So why is it so important to review and update your budget regularly? Because life happens, your income might fluctuate, unexpected expenses can pop up, or your business priorities might shift. Regularly reviewing your budget helps you to stay flexible and responsive to these changes. By checking in on your budget, you can spot any discrepancies early, make necessary adjustments, and avoid those nasty surprises. It keeps you proactive rather than reactive, which is a much less stressful way to manage your finances and your business. So, how do you go about monitoring your expenses and adjusting your budget? Here are a few tips to keep you on track. So, set a schedule, make budget reviews a regular part of your routine. Set aside time at the end of each month or at least every quarter to go over your finances. Put it in your calendar like any other important meeting. Consistency is key. Then you want to look at your actual income and expenses and compare them to what you have budgeted. Are you spending more or less than you planned? Understanding these variances help you to make informed adjustments. Then you also want to pay attention to spending patterns. Are there areas where you consistently overspend? Are there expenses that you can cut back on? Identifying these trends helps you to make better financial decisions moving forward. Now, if you notice that your income has increased or decreased, adjust your budget accordingly. The same goes for expenses. If your rent goes up, for example, you will need to account for that increase somewhere in your budget. And leverage the budgeting tools we talked about earlier. Many of them offer features that make it easy to track spending and spot trends. They can also send you alerts if you're getting close to your budget limits, helping you to stay on top of things. Now, I can't stress this enough. Set aside dedicated time for your budget reviews, whether it's monthly or quarterly. Make it a non-negotiable part of your schedule. Think of it as a financial checkup. Just like you wouldn't skip a doctor's appointment, don't skip your budget reviews. During these sessions, review your financial goals and see how you're progressing. Celebrate the wins, no matter how small, and adjust your plan if needed. This is also a great time to look ahead and plan for any upcoming expenses or changes in your business. So there you have it. Maintaining and reviewing your budget regularly is like giving your business a financial tune-up. It keeps everything running smoothly and it helps you to stay on top of your game. Remember, the goal is not just to create a budget, but to use it as a powerful tool to guide your financial decisions and to achieve the things that you want in your business. So, we've covered a lot today about budgeting for your business, and I hope you are feeling empowered and ready to take control of your finances. Let's do a quick recap of the points we discussed. First, we talked about why budgeting matters. Remember, it's the foundation of your financial stability and business growth. A solid budget helps you to plan for the future, manage your cash flow, and make informed decisions. Next, we dove into common budgeting mistakes. We highlighted the pitfalls like not having a budget at all, overestimating income, underestimating expenses, and not tracking spending closely. Avoiding these mistakes is crucial to keep your finances on track. Then, we talked and walked through creating a budget step by step. We started with assessing your income and revenue streams, tracked and categorized expenses, set financial goals, allocated funds, and included a buffer for unexpected expenses. This process helps you to stay organized and proactive. We also explored tools and resources that can assist you in budgeting, from free tools like Mint and Google Sheets to paid options like QuickBooks and FreshBooks. There's something for everyone. These tools can save you time, provide real-time insights, and ensure accuracy and offer convenience. Finally, we discussed maintaining and reviewing your budget. Regular reviews helps you to stay flexible, spot discrepancies early, and make necessary adjustments. So set time aside monthly or quarterly for these reviews and make it a habit. So why is all of this important? Implementing a budget is not just about tracking numbers, it's about empowering yourself to make smart, strategic decisions that will lead to financial stability and business growth. A well-maintained budget gives you clarity, direction, and peace of mind. It's a roadmap to achieving your business dreams. Now, I want you to take action. Here are a few steps you can start with immediately. First, set up your budget. Use the steps we discussed to create a budget tailored to your business needs. Pick a budgeting tool that works for you, whether it's a free app or a paid software. Then set aside time each month or quarter to review and adjust your budget, and also make it a habit to record every single expense, no matter how small, to stay on top of your spending. Now, I'd love to hear from you, so share your budgeting experiences or questions with me. Your stories and questions not only help you, but they also inspire and educate our entire community. So if you're looking for more guidance, don't forget to check out my resources, courses, and coaching programs. I'm offering a free strategy call to help you get started. Just go to andresdosbusiness.com to schedule your session. Let's take your business to the next level together. And of course, if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the Bootstrap Mogul podcast, leave a review, and tune in for the next episode. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me to reach more entrepreneurs just like you. Thank you so much for tuning and joining me today. Remember, budgeting is not just about numbers, it's about building the business and life that you dream of. So keep pushing forward, stay committed, and you will see the results. Until next time.